Hi, Jus4SweetZ here. So I have an appetizer slash dessert slash food 911 for you today. I have some leftover white corn tortillas, and there's not a whole lot, but there's enough that I'm going to make some cinnamon sugar tortilla chips and serve them tonight just before dinner while I'm cooking, so everybody has a little snack. And I'm going to make a little bit of my fresh fruit salsa, which I have a video for. You should check that one out because it is really good with these chips. It gives you kind of a sweet and spicy flavor, and it's delicious. And if you don't want to do that, just eat the chips by themselves. You could dip them in whipped cream if you want them for dessert, but we like to just eat them by themselves. It reminds me a lot of like a churro, or Taco Bell has these cinnamon crispers or whatever those are called, but they all remind me of the same thing, and they're really, really yummy by themselves. So I have my little pack of white corn tortillas that I'm going to use. If you have flour tortillas, you can do the same thing with those. It doesn't matter. If you have yellow corn tortillas, you can do that as well. I have a cinnamon sugar mix that I have the container that I originally bought, but I just continue to make my own, and all it is cinnamon and granulated sugar. And I have my cutting board and a plate to drain the chips on, and then I will sugar them up. Now, they're not too awfully bad for you as long as you don't eat a lot. Eat everything in moderation and you'll be okay. I started a journey today. I'm going to see how long it lasts. I'm not good at doing this, but I came home from dropping kids off and decided, you know what, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to power walk and run. And I did it for 15 minutes, so yay for me. I think that's good, but through my busy schedule, if I can keep it up, I'll be even happier. So don't eat a lot of these things. I'm going to eat these things in moderation to try to help me with my journey here, but they are really delicious. So let's go ahead and start. I have my vegetable oil in the pan, and I have it going to get it nice and hot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut these tortillas. So I have 3. And even if they're a bit dry, it's okay because we're just frying them up. And you're going to cut them in half this way. And in half this way, so that you get nice little triangles of tortillas. See? I mean, this is just a very easy thing for someone to make, and, you know, if you're having a barbecue or something, fry some of these up, make my fresh fruit salsa, and go ahead and serve that to your friends, and they're going to be amazed when you say that you made it yourself. Now, you could twist this up a little bit, and instead of putting the cinnamon sugar on them, just salt them, or put some garlic powder and salt. Use like some sea salt. Put that on there. Put some smoked paprika, make my avocado salsa that I have, and again, you have a really, really yummy appetizer. You do not have to do the cinnamon and sugar version. You can sprinkle whatever you want on it. Ranch dressing is really good. Just the dry powder mix is good sprinkled on this. So you do whatever you think you want to do. I'm just giving you one version. That's why I call it a food 911, dessert 911, appetizer 911, because it can be any of the 3. Now, I'm going to get my little, I think I was told this is called a spider. I have not used it before. My grease is nice and hot. I did have someone ask me if I knew what temperature my grease was. I can honestly tell you I don't. I don't use thermometers or anything, so I just kind of eye it and guess. So I'm sorry I can't answer that question for you. So I'm going to go ahead and let those get frying. Kind of just push them around. And I might actually do better with some tongs. Let's get that. I don't think my pan's big enough to use this one. So you're going to just let those fry up. And you don't want them chewy. You want them to be kind of crunchy. So you want to make sure that they get a good, nice crisp on there. Flip them over. You don't want them to burn. We just want them to kind of get to a nice golden brown color. And these are a really fast appetizer to make. They do not take a lot of time. If you have a deep fryer, feel free to use a deep fryer. I do not have one. I do a lot of stuff, as you can see, on my stovetop. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these frying. You can kind of wiggle the grease around a little bit if you want to coat all sides of it. You might have to add a little bit more oil to this. I want to, I would say make your oil about a 1/2 inch thick. I mean, you don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it either, because then it just takes a lot longer. And actually, as you do this, the grease, you know, gets trapped up in the chips. So let me take these off. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to this, and I'm just using vegetable oil. Now, it could be really fun to put them in peanut oil too if you wanted to. Give it a little bit of a different flavor. Serve it with something, you know, different. That could be really yummy too. So while we're waiting for this to heat up a little bit, I've drained these. And I just didn't use a very big pan because I don't have very many. But feel free to use whatever, you know, use a bigger pan if you want to do more at a time. I'm going to flip them over. And you want to do these after they come out of the grease so that you get that, you know, cinnamon and sugar or salt or whatever mixture you're using to stick to this. You want them to stick so that they have that cinnamon and sugar flavor. Sprinkle as much as you want or as little as you want. It doesn't have to be a lot. I'm going to leave them on the paper towels so that we can keep going here. Let's go ahead and start some more. This grease is pretty hot, so we don't have to worry about it heating up very long. It goes in there with the other oil and it just gets hot right with it. Let's go ahead and we're going to put a couple more in there. See them bubbling up. You want them to get that bubble. They're cooking throughout. And like I said, I'm going to taste this one so you can hear the crunch. See how crunchy they are? Super, super, super good. Tastes just like a churro, kinda. Great little summertime appetizer. Let's flip these over. If you have any graduations coming up or anything like that, this makes a great dish for that as well. I'm doing my daughter's baby shower next week, and I might just have to make some of these for the guests. I might actually try the, like a spicy version with the smoked paprika, a little bit of salt on them, and serve them with my avocado salsa. That might be super good. So these are crisping up really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and put those on there. You can see how fast they go. Put these on here. Let that grease drain a little bit. I'm having technical difficulties with my tongs. Okay, go ahead and while those are draining, sprinkle the cinnamon and sugar. Get them nice and coated. Yummy deliciousness. And cinnamon sugar goes a long way, and it's cheap to make. You just, I mean, you probably, you know, maybe, I don't know, I fill this container up about halfway with sugar and then put a couple of teaspoons of cinnamon in there. You could add even like an apple pie spice or a pumpkin spice. That would be really delicious too. So I'm going to get these in, and then I'm just going to show you what we got. And then you can move on and go and watch the fruit salsa video so that you can get your appetizer going for tonight. Alright, those are bubbling up nicely. With the hay, we'll fry one more set here and then I'll show you. They're almost done. While those are frying, I'm going to transport my other ones to a bowl. Show you what they can look like here. Let's see how pretty these are. You could serve these in a bigger bowl, or just in this one and put a little ramekin of your salsa in there. Show you what these look like. Don't want these to burn. Alright, so here we go. Here we have our cinnamon sugar white corn tortilla chips. Great with fresh fruit salsa. Please go back and check out my video, or season them any way you like with salt or other seasonings that I mentioned in this video, and serve them with my avocado salsa or your favorite salsa. They're delicious, they're easy, they're quick, they're great food 911, and you'll have a lot of fun. A lot of people will love them and think that you're just the bomb. So anyway, This is Jus4SweetZ, and if you like this, please hit the like button, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, God bless.